I legit want to be like, the D&D community has given us so much. I want to give back. So I'm going to buy everything there and I'm going to give it all away for free. You do not have to spend a dime for anything. You do not have to give me anything. The most I'll ask is just to watch the video, share it with your friends. But like, this is for you.
A few years ago, I interviewed Duke Davis. He said a lot of things about kindness, community, and giving back. But recently, with all the min-maxed drama, he showed us something else. By now, you've probably seen what happened. A group of D&D content creators came together to create a D&D campaign called Minmaxed. It was a collaborative project, multiple creators, and a shared vision. They went to their community, explained what they wanted to create, and the community responded. Minmaxed raised over $100,000 in funding through their GoFundMe. Voluntarily, people believed in it and were excited about it. And then, when the first episode aired just a couple of weeks ago, Duke released a video tearing it down. That first video called it pathetic, and Duke conveyed his message in that video in a pretty aggressive manner. The message was that they misappropriated the funds that they were given through that GoFundMe. A lot of people already said many things about this, and Duke already released a response video to Crispy's Tavern, and things are still unfolding with Crispy planning to release another response video to the response video this weekend. But I have something most people don't. A few years ago, before any of this happened, I sat down with Duke for an interview. This interview was held on Geek Peek, and in that interview, he told me exactly who he was. I just didn't see it at the time. I want to be honest with you. I was a fan. I found Duke on TikTok during the pandemic, like a lot of people did. He was funny. He was making D&D sketches, rolling nat ones, flushing his head in toilets, stupid, fun stuff that made you laugh. I liked him. After following him for a while, I eventually reached out and we made an interview. And in that interview, Duke said something that really stuck with me. When I asked him why he started to make videos, he told me,
I want to do that. I want to do what they just did. Not for fame or anything, but to bring people together, to bring families and friends together, to be like, let's laugh at this video together and quote it and enjoy it.
That's a beautiful reason to create. And I believed him. He was passionate, he was excited, and honestly, it was contagious. By the end of that conversation, I was excited for him. He had big plans. He wanted to build the world's largest dice tower. He wanted to buy out a local game store and give everything for free. He wanted to be, in his words, a Mr. Beast in the D&D community. And he talked about giving back. A lot.
As us D&D content creators, we go, man, our community has given us so much. They have given us so much. We want to give back.
He even had a philosophy about what real giving looked like. He said most creators give back in ways that still require the community to spend money, and he wanted to be different.
You do not have to spend a dime for anything. You do not have to give me anything. The most I'll ask is just to watch the video, share it with your friends. But like, this is for you. Hey, you want that new source book that you've been dying for, but it's like $50 and you can't spend it? Guess what? Here it is.
I sat there thinking, this guy gets it. But there were other things in that interview. Things I didn't think much about at the time. When we talked about the D&D content space, Duke had strong opinions about other creators.
There's a box the D&D community is in right now, and no one is taking a risk to step outside the box to try something new.
He said every new creator does the same thing. Comedy, how-to videos, builds, sessions, all the same. Nobody was being original. And then he said this.
And I feel like if I don't do it, no one else is going to do it, or someone else is going to do it, but they're not going to do it correctly.
And when I asked him what advice he would give to new creators, he said,
and so really stop and think what no one else has done before and really go for it.
So let's put this together. Duke said he wanted to bring people together, but he tore Minmaxed apart. Duke said no one in the D&D community was trying something new, but when Minmaxed tried to do it, he attacked them. Duke said creators should think outside of the box and really go for it. But when minmaxed did just that and their community backed them with $100,000, he called it pathetic. And finally, Duke said that if he didn't do it, no one would do it correctly. I think that line alone is what explains everything else. Because what it really says is, if it's not mine, it's wrong. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. This video isn't really about Duke. It's about what I saw happen after. Because here's the thing about the D&D community. When something good gets made, people show up. Not because they were told to, or not because someone bought it for them on camera, because they wanted to. Over 100,000 people-funded dollars went into minmaxed. Nobody made them do it. There was no giveaway, no contest, no algorithm hack. It's a GoFundMe, not a Kickstarter. These creators shared a vision, and the community said, yeah, we want that to exist. Here. That is what giving back actually looks like. It's not one person buying things and filming themselves being generous. It's a community that trusts its creators enough to invest in them. And it's creators who trust each other enough to collaborate instead of compete. I think about what Duke said in our interview, that people give back in ways that still require to spend money. He meant it as a criticism of others. But the irony is that what he described as his version of generosity, buying things and giving them away on camera, is still content. It's still views. It's still algorithm fuel. There's nothing wrong with that, but let's not pretend it's selfless when the camera is rolling and the sponsors are paying for it. You know what's actually selfless? Creators spending months building something together, putting their reputation on the line, and asking their community to believe in them. And you know what's actually generous? A community that says yes. I want to acknowledge something. Duke had real challenges. He talked in our interview about his speech impediment, about moving to a new state and not knowing anyone, and about the pressure of creating content every day. Those are real things and I'm not here to minimize them. You can recognize someone's struggles and still hold them accountable for their choices. Those two things can coexist. But kindness is not a brand. It's not something you announce in an interview and then weaponize when someone else succeeds. Kindness is what you do when another creator makes something great, and your first instinct is to celebrate it instead of tear it down. Kindness is the community that funded minmaxed because they believed in them and wanted to see them play together. Kindness is creators who collaborate. And kindness is choosing to build instead of burn. If you haven't watched Minmax yet, go watch it. Support the creators who made it. Support collaborative projects in general. And the next time someone in this community tries something new, something outside the box, maybe the best thing we can do is exactly what Duke told me creators should do. Really go for it.